What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have an interesting comment to talk about today, and I'm going to just get right into the comment. This is about Social Security, and it says here, I'm so sick of this one channel says the plan to cancel Social Security, and yours is saying it's increasing. What the hell is really happening? So basically, they're saying one channel is saying that they want to make cuts, and now I'm saying that they're making increases. So what's really going on? Now, I want to talk about this because two things can be happening at the same time. And in this situation, they passed the Social Security Fairness Act. Now, the Social Security Fairness Act, that provides an increase for about 3 million people. And what they've done is they've eliminated weapon GPO. Weapon GPO was used to reduce benefits, reduce Social Security benefits for those people who are earning a pension. So people who paid into a pension. Then it also impacted survivors and spousal benefits. And so now they've eliminated weapon GPO, so that means that these increases are happening. They're actually happening right now. We have people that are receiving the monthly increase as well as they're receiving retroactive payments, or at least they should be receiving the monthly benefit increase in March and April. So that's happening. Now, we also have the talk of eliminating taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits. And so that's something else that we could potentially see in the very near future, where people who are currently receiving Social Security benefits and those that are paying taxes on those benefits, they might see those taxes go away, which means that they're going to receive an increase in their benefits. Now, you also have politicians, you have Elon Musk also talking about cutting Social Security. You hear politicians all the time talk about we need to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, they could be targeting Social Security for that. And the rumor around town is that they're looking into SSDI because that's one area, disability insurance, that's one area they can look into and make it harder to qualify for SSDI. They can also, the people that are currently receiving SSDI benefits, they can also make them have to provide more documentation just to update their current situation. So this could mean that we could see cuts in that area. Now, when it comes to other Social Security benefits, we don't know how they're going to address that. But they are talking about making cuts. And so right now, Social Security is on the table for cuts. And we've heard for years now, politicians talk about, you know what, we should raise the full retirement age when it comes to Social Security. People are living longer. That's what they say, right? And so that is a cut to Social Security benefits for every year that you raise the full retirement age. So if you go from 67 to 70, that is a 21% cut. So for every year, it's going to be 7%. That's the calculation that they have right now. And so, yes, they're talking about making cuts to Social Security, and they're also providing increases. And the Social Security Fairness Act doesn't have a pay for. And so what that means is they're just going to have to take more money from the trust fund in order to pay those benefits, which means that the trust fund will be depleted a little bit sooner. When it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act, it's not as bad. It's about 6 months sooner. So let's say that we have an expiration date when it comes to the trust funds of being depleted in 8 years. Well, now we're looking at 7.5 years. Now, when it comes to eliminating taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits, that's much worse, because those taxes that people receiving Social Security benefits, if they're paying taxes, that money goes right back into the trust fund and then comes out to help pay out benefits. But if the money is no longer going back into the trust fund because it's going to stay in your pocket, basically, that means that the trust funds are going to deplete much sooner. And they're talking it could be 2 to 3 years sooner. So if we go back to the date of, let's say, 8 years, the trust fund has about 8 years left before it's depleted. Well, now we're looking at 5 years. And so, yes, we could see cuts in the very near future if they don't reform Social Security and provide pay-fors. That's the important part. I like the Social Security Fairness Act. I'm on board for it. However, we do need to pay for it. And if we don't pay for it, it's only going to hurt in the end. And I'm one of the people who will qualify for the elimination of weapon GPO. So I'll qualify for this when I start collecting Social Security benefits. So I think it's good that it's there. But we need to reform Social Security. And if we don't, then we're going to be looking at a situation where, yes, we're going to see cuts. And those cuts are going to be across the board. And so on one end, you could qualify for the Social Security Fairness Act, receive that increased benefits, receive that retroactive payment. You can also qualify for, if they eliminate taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits, you could qualify for that, receive that increase or more money in your pocket because you don't have to pay taxes on that. But then in 5 to 8 years, you're going to be looking at a 23% cut, and it could be even higher. The 23% is just an estimate at this point. And so this is a very serious situation, and yes, we are looking at both things happening at the same time. And we just heard Elon Musk and we heard other politicians say the same thing, that they think Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. And so that should let you know right there how they want to address it. If it's a Ponzi scheme, do you want to get rid of it? I mean, if you're saying something is a Ponzi scheme, you're pretty much saying that it's illegal and that we should get rid of it. And so that's even more talk of making cuts to Social Security or making big changes to Social Security. And so when I put these videos out, yes, I do talk about the increases. I also talk about some of the ramifications of some of these increases and what politicians are talking about currently when it comes to the programs. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. We know we're going to be seeing a budget very soon. And in that budget, they're going to have to decide where they're going to make cuts. And we could see some cuts to Social Security. It could be just to the Social Security Administration, or it could be across the board. And so that's where we are right now. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. But yeah, we definitely could see some big changes when it comes to Social Security in the very near future. So just stay posted. And yes, I know people are frustrated out there. I completely understand the whole situation. And we're at a point now where I don't know exactly where we're going to go. You do have the current president, saying that, look, he has no plans to cut Social Security or Medicare. But then you have other politicians that are saying that they want to cut Social Security and Medicare. You have Doge saying that they think that Social Security is a Ponzi scheme and they want to make cuts to Social Security. So that being said, what's going to happen? And remember this, Congress is going to initiate this. It's not going to be the president. The president doesn't have the power to say that they're not going to make cuts to Social Security. The president can veto a bill, but Congress will initiate it. Congress will say, look, we need to make cuts here, we need to make cuts there, and then it will get to the president. If they vote and they pass it, then it gets to the president, and then the president can veto it. Now, understand, even if the president vetoes a bill, it could still go back to Congress. So it will go, but I'll give you an example. If the House just says that they want to make cuts or they want to raise the full retirement age, that's probably something that's likely. If they raise the full retirement age from 67 to 70, it will be voted on by Congress. It will go to the president. The president can veto it, but then it will go back to the House. If, let's say, the House is the one that created the bill, it goes back to the House. The House can pass it with 2/3, and the Senate can pass it with 2/3. Now, this is highly unlikely because we understand we have Democrats and Republicans, and generally they're not going to side with each other. But in a situation where we see this, and most Democrats are not in favor of raising the full retirement age, so getting that 2/3 is going to be very hard in the Senate as well as in the House. But Congress does have the power to do that if they choose to do that. So I just wanted to update you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.